Welcome back, everybody, to Legendary Tales, episode 33. We're currently in the land of Siltheim. I assume the technician has a recap for us? Just a little cheeky recap?
Yeah, I got my short version, but there was a much better one that was posted.
Or Vidar, if Vidar wants to do it, he posted the good one.
Yeah, Vidar, how about you go?
Sure. So we started off last week having just killed a sorceress and let a bunch of people escape. So we started looting immediately. We had the temper sphere, found out it was hollow, and yet somehow managed to redo the calculations and wind up with 3 times as much as we were expecting, even though it was hollow. Vizim started compressing the sphere so that way we could fit it through the doorway of the forge. And a bunch of red soul-stitch looking crystals fell out, which Sabbath started gathering up using gloves, if I recall, not touching
gloves
them.
for a little shiny red pile.
Yep.
Lorisha had a nice chat with Haka about like family and stuff like that, and we just get strung along on that storyline a little bit further. Defender also took the time to become a bear, which is apparently a medium-sized animal. Not a bear cub, full-sized bear. We yeeted off to Arelis without Vizim and Chaslets. They were going to go back to the warbands and then go to the forge. We wound up south of the docks in Arelis, and the compass was pointing east, but we decided to go into town to find Crimp so that way we could make some stuff, but guards stopped us at the door looking for contraband. Technician let them look inside of his bag of tricks, and a tiger jumped out and mauled the guards to death. So we just kind of walked by. We sent Sabbath over to the docks to see if she could find anyone. Ran into Tanitz, the vampire that we had met in Furborg, and Tanitz was an asshole, just like always. And we learned nothing from that. So instead we ran into Terry and Gusha, who wanted some blood in exchange for information. We went into the bar to steal the blood from the bartender, only to find out it was a beholder. And yet somehow, in a lapse of judgment, we went through with the plan and came out unscathed, somehow. Lucky rolls. And then Terry and Gusha said, oh yeah, the guy that you're looking for is in the bar. So we sent Lorisha back in to bring the guy out, so that way we didn't have to show our face in there a second time. We gave Crimp some temper to make some undead sight monocles, so that way we can all see Callum. And then we rode north to Yunskill. And there was birds that we heard that were kind of sus, but we just ignored it, and that's where we left off, arriving in Yunskill.
You did arrive in Yunskill, and the first thing that happened was Lorisha went right into the back to watch meat get smoked. That's like the first thing he did, and I think that's where we left it, is all of you were welcomed right back into the inn again. We're going to go down the list. We know what Lorisha is doing. We don't have to ask Lorisha.
I love watching meat get smoked. It's my favorite thing to do.
It is. It's actually not bad, to be fair, in real life. Technician, what are you doing?
Technician, now knowing that this is a relatively safe space, is going to get on his revolutionary high horse and talk to people about resist and overcome the oppressors and whatnot, and return the profits of the labor of the working class to the working class, and also the workers' rights and unionize, etc. Yeah.
Okay. Sabbath, are you doing anything specific?
Not at the tavern, but Savas will do things when we get to the underground photography laboratory mushroom growing thingy.
Okay.
Fun place.
Okay.
We'll just watch meat roast with Lorisha.
Oh.
We share a common interest.
Okay. Interesting.
So I'm sorry, real quick, DM, just for flavor here, I guess for description, is it like a oven rack roaster, or is it like a pit roaster that they're doing the smoking in it, or is it like meat on a stick, like a pole of smoking?
You mean like a rotisserie?
No, shawarma is what I meant. But
oh,
yeah.
a shawarma. No, this is very
What?
much like a multi-barred rotisserie.
But it is poles of meat on poles. Sorry,
What's getting spit roasted? Is it pigs?
it's meats. It's various meats. Spider meat probably.
Is someone getting beat up in the background somewhere?
Sorry, that's pre-war steam pipes in my building. That's why I'm on push to talk.
Oh, okay. I was like, is someone getting beaten to death with the
Jesus,
middle
you
pole?
live with that?
Yeah.
It's like Day just
That's my
actually has
office.
like
Welcome to my office. Yeah.
yeah. They just has like his office in the next room is just like beat up with a lead pipe club.
Yeah, that's honestly what I assumed was happening.
Brooklyn, baby.
But there is a large. There's a large deer. It looks like a deer or foal, not a horse, but a small. I don't know what's a small deer called. It's just a deer, right? Is there
A doe.
a doe?
Well, a doe is a
female
female deer. Yeah.
Is there a name? Is there a name for a
Fawn.
A fawn.
Yeah, fawn.
It appears to be a fawn. There appears to be a full-size goat. There appears to be a pig, and then the last one appears to be some kind of canine.
Oh.
Not like a dog, like a
Oh, okay.
not a dog. It's a canine. It's not specifically a dog.
My bad.
It appears
My
to
bad.
be some sort of large, sort of wolf creature or something.
Yeah, here's the cooking blood hunters.
Blood hunters are lizards. They don't have lizards. There are no lizards being roasted.
No, I see what he did there. There has been a misunderstanding. Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. So who all is Oh, Vidar, what are you doing? I did not ask Vidar what he was doing.
Last time we were here, Vidar sat too close to people and they started talking to him, and he had a lovely conversation with strangers. So this time he is looking for the table that's even further away from anybody to just sit by himself.
So you're sitting by yourself. Technician is, what is it called? Evangelizing to people.
I have a question for Vidar. If it was legal, would you just cast silence on yourself in the corner in the table?
I should
Would you
pretend
just-
to be a deaf
would
mute
you-
at some point, huh?
Oh fuck! I gave him the idea. No.
That's fair. Okay. So the rest of the day sort of wears on a little bit. Fred, if you could do something about that link in chat, that would be great. Nobody click that. Nobody click that, please. Not Sneck's thing.
Sorry, Fred.
Why did you do? Oh, that's funny.
I've been taken out in the crossfire.
Whoops.
Banhammer strong. Banhammer go. Banhammer smash.
Imagine getting banned from the own fucking stream you like are a part of.
I know, right? Okay, so the rest of the night goes on for a bit. Yeah. What the heck? Oh, okay. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Shit. Okay. The rest of the night goes on. You guys stay for the rest of the evening because I remember that you came in the early evening because you'd rode all the way through the night, right? I think that was our timeline, was that you guys came in later than earlier. I think. Fairly certain that was the deal.
Did the guard
Yeah,
ever get his hot chocolate? The kid ran out with it, right?
Yeah. The guy,
Yeah.
the one of the children, one of the brothers ran out with it. He came back a few minutes later, patting Lorisha on the back and said, "It was a great idea. How long are you guys here for?"
That remains to be seen. We have some business to conduct here and then possibly further north, but we're not sure how long it will take here.
Okay. He just sort of hands you guys like each like a small platter of meat and other things for free.
Did we identify who you'd like to send to the war bands to represent Unskyle?
Oh, yeah. She's actually working right now in the farm. So when you see her tomorrow morning, you can talk to her about it. Because I think she's going and then she's being replaced as well.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. He just sort of goes back to maintaining meats and checking temperatures and things like that. If anyone that has doesn't have anything they want to do right now, we're going to go ahead and time skip all the way to the next morning. It's about 6 o'clock when other people start waking up to the smell of freshly, obviously, smoked meat is sort of there all the time, but it gets a little bit more pungent early in the morning. I assume Vidar and technicians are the first ones awake because they have been for a long time. What are you two doing first?
Great question. No
Vidar
idea.
is going. Is there other people there, or is it just us chilling?
Right now, it's just essentially, I assume you two come out of the room immediately, and the brothers have actually woken up, really. The brothers, as far as you have seen in the days that you have been here, the brothers go to sleep early, and then they get up to man the smoker early on. There's a couple hours where it's not manned, but they sort of lock the door and, like, make everything good so Lorisha doesn't break in there and start eating stuff for free. But wee hours in the morning, 4 or 5 a.m., they get up and they start manning this stuff. Yeah, there's nobody up but the brothers at this specific time.
Vidar's gonna see if he can ask them about the farms and the insect problem.
Sure. Which are you just asking one of them or one of the particular One of them is very much older. One of them has a much longer beard than the other. One of the younger one has a beard about my length, and then the other one has a big braided one that goes about to the middle of his chest.
I just assume that Vidar would just walk into the kitchen or standing kind of in the doorway and just start talking vaguely into the room, and whichever one responds, just like walk in and be like, "So part of our agreement on being here is to help clear out some insects, I believe, that were causing issues in the particular parts of the farms. Is there any more information about that?"
One of them sort of looks and turns to you, and he says, "Well, as far as I know, there's been a lot of rumors, and they don't really know what happened. All I know is that they dug into a wall to expand the farm a bit, because they have a large cave area, and they've been tiling and building around it. And then all of a sudden, something came out and took over. They basically removed them from the area, then they barred it and welded the door shut. It's sort of been shut for a long time. They just have, like, cut it off. We don't really know what's going on in there."
Is it even possible that the area is already safe? There's literally been no investigation since then.
The problem is we keep seeing these. The problem is we keep seeing these red lights, or at least that's what I've heard from the cute girls that work there. And you can see that a blush immediately hits his face as soon as he says that. So they go and look every once in a while, and there's these flashing red lights that move around inside, and they can't really make it out because the windows are always fogged.
Fogged from the inside as if it's heavily humid inside.
Even more so than normal. We keep the humidity relatively high in the other areas, but in that one it seems particularly high. And it's not like we have any aggressive, like the fungus we grow is not aggressive. Not like anything you'll see in the north near the volcanoes or anything like that.
Would there have already been some of the fungus growing in that area? Or did the attack happen before growing started?
It happened before we could do anything. We had the spores ready. They're all sitting in essentially crates in the dark, ready to be planted, but we never even got the chance. And the worst part is those mushrooms are gonna grow in there are medicinal. So it makes it really hard.
Indeed, it seems like we will have to go and investigate to find any further information ourselves.
Aye, anything would be appreciated so we could get it going. He just sort of goes back to poking and prodding everything. Okay. So I assume that Lorisha and Sabis awaken shortly after this conversation, start heading out, right? Along with the few travelers that have held up there for today. It's a completely new group of people, other than a handful of workers that you could definitely tell because they all come in these large one-piece, what appear to be rubber overalls or like a very tightly knit and then sealed with like adhesive or something overalls that are waterproofed essentially in in a fantasy variation of being waterproofed as good as you can get with fantasy technology. Like there is some like artificer stuff you can definitely tell that like the weaving and stuff is definitely automated in some way because it's very high quality, but then they like cover the whole thing in a latex rubber of some sort to make sure everything's waterproofed, and they're all covered in these overalls, and some of them are painted blue, some of them are painted yellow. As they come and sit down, and the mother wakes up shortly after that and takes their orders and stuff like that, and everyone starts eating. Lorshik and Sabis, what are you doing? Food?
I took some meat with me to bed last night, and there's a sausage link on my bed as I wake up. I notice it, so I pick it up. I throw on my robes and I munch on it as I walk downstairs. Is there any breakfast sausages? Are there any breakfast sausages?
There are breakfast sausages, absolutely.
Do I see them?
Yeah, basically they've started setting out a large buffet style breakfast for everyone, which is not what they did last time. And they have large plates with charcuterie and everything else that goes with it. And there are breakfast sausages on a large like pan. They're just chilling.
I sit down right next to the breakfast sausages, and as I finish up the one sausage from last night, I just start to like chain smoke the sausage poles. Chain eat the sausage poles. But do you guys, by chance, sell your meats? And are you interested in distribution offerings, maybe?
Yeah, we are. The only issue is we don't get a lot of supply because the fauna from around
we can
here
probably
is
help
not
with
plentiful. And an easier way to get things over here. Okay.
I'll direct you to talk to my business partner, Vidar.
The father sort of comes out to have that conversation with you, and then walks over to Vidar and says, "Aye, what do you know about supply and demand? I heard you were okay at it."
I know that we have a business that handles it pretty much on its own. It requires not that much regulation.
Aye. So you could supply me with meat then?
That would be something I would have to check in with. Have you heard of Renault's rations in the Crag?
I have not. Is it something I should know? Or is it like fairly new?
It's fairly new, but it is gaining fame quite quickly.
Aye. All right. I'd love to be a part of it, whatever it is. Because as you know, we are funded by the culture essentially here. So anything that you can get to us, we'll pay for. It'll be paid for by the community anyway. He just sort of just nods at you and goes back to making stuff. A few minutes later, you guys recognize the receptionist from the farm comes over. She's actually dressed in her own like black overalls, her waterproof overalls that she has, and she sort of takes off her gloves and puts them in like a front pocket and sits down and rubs her hands and goes and grabs a plate from the thing, and she sits directly across from Vidar. Welcome back.
Have you learned anything new since last we were here?
I looked at it, and I believe that we have... I don't know what species it is, but they're large, sort of armored insects. They appear to be digging, or at least tunneling. I haven't gotten a close enough look at them yet. But the offer's still there. I just need to know now so that I can get one of the technicians to get on it and cut the door open.
Yes, I believe our purpose in town was to find a proper representative to head to the warbands and to begin investigating the insects.
Aye, that's me. I volunteered to go. So whenever you're done, I can travel with you as well. I already have a replacement for myself. So we are, whenever you're finished.
Have you been able to hear through the door roughly how many of these insects you believe are inside the farm?
No idea. But it's only been a few weeks overall. It's been about 2 months, and I don't know reproduction or anything like that. I don't know if they're doing it. I don't know. The issue is we can't really go in. She sort of sits
Indeed.
there. What's say again?
Indeed, when our my comrades finish eating, perhaps we could head that way.
Sure. And she gets up for a second, and walks over to one of the guys dressed in blue, taps him on the shoulder and like whispers in his ear, and he nods and like takes his stuff to go, and she comes over and looks at you and says, "The door will be open when we get there." I assume that Sabas and Lorisha are sitting down with you. Technician is probably still evangelizing. What are you doing, Technician?
A little bit of evangelizing, but also remembering that I once did some some artificing work for a man who was also a mushroom. That. Nope. Okay. I don't think this joke is going to land, so I'm not going to do it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, you guys all finish eating. I assume that everyone is eating who can eat. Vidar's probably faking it, right? As he does. Especially now that he looks a little bit more organic.
The blue and yellow people who are wearing the artificer clothing you mentioned, are they still eating?
Yeah.
Do we recognize any insignia or anything on their clothing?
Go and make a history check for me. Oh yeah, I need to unmute this one and then mute the one on mine. Okay. With a 12, there are some symbols on there, but they apparently to be of religious nature. and you're not really sure which ones they are.
I lean over to Vidar. Vidar, do you recognize those symbols? They look religious. And I keep my voice a little low so they don't hear me.
Do I roll religion or history?
Religion. No, he does not.
Warforged have no gods. I don't keep track of religions closely.
Is there an open seat at their table?
There is, yeah.
Do they have any weapons I can see?
A few of them have like scythes or like small flensing knives, the ones that you cut mushrooms with to make sure you're not like destroying the whole thing. Essentially just tools specifically designed to harvest mushrooms. They could be used as weapons, but they're not like specifically armed. They're like tucked into, like, they have like these overalls that come up on the front, and then they have these big pockets that have a bunch of tools in them. But the closest thing you could think of for tools is like reaping scythes or like the flensing knives that let them cut mushrooms without damaging the whole thing.
I walk over and stand behind the open seat and introduce myself. Hello, my name is Lorsvek.
They just sort of, in between eating, in between bites, they just sort of nod at you. None of
I couldn't help but notice you all seem to be very familiar with the farming and harvesting of mushrooms. My friends and I are actually going to be helping get rid of some insects that are apparently plaguing one of the farms here, and it would be nice to have perhaps your expertise as we try to figure out what's going on. Would any of you be interested in a commission to potentially come provide some guidance if we need it with your experience in the fields?
Well, are you just going into the red section? Is that what you're doing?
I look over to Vidar. Are we going to the red section?
Yes.
Well, you're going to need to be real careful because there's going to be lots of crates. That the mushrooms there, some of them are volatile. If you want, I can get some of my boys, and we can, as soon as you get into that area, if we can secure those crates, that would be ideal. So let us know as soon as you get in there, and then move away.
How would we let you know? Would you be coming along, or?
Sure. I can come along if you'd like.
Yeah, certainly. I look back to the group. You guys okay with them tagging along? Your help is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Alice is gonna get up and walk over and go, can we identify the mushrooms on our own? Which ones are the volatile ones?
They have a large red triangle with a gold inlay symbol on the box.
Warning symbol.
Yes, but it's specifically used. So those mushrooms are bred on a mineral that is explosive.
Okay. Pressure sensitive, fire heat sensitive?
Both.
Okay.
So
don't touch the box.
Don't hit the box.
Understood.
And we have ways to deal with it. And he pulls out like this sort of weird mechanical glove. It sort of like has fingertips on it and then has a big like gemstone in the middle. That technician, if you're looking at it, you can go ahead and make an Arcana check if you would like. He rolls a 3 and gets a 12. You know, it's fine. You know, this is fine. It appears to be some sort of like inertial dampening glove that if you're holding something, it basically makes everything inside not take like concussive damage or like slows its ability to. Essentially, you can't. If he's holding something, it won't be shaken and won't take damage unless it like gets hit specifically. So it's
your gloves allow you to safely handle the crates without damaging their contents.
That's exactly the point of these. They're very expensive, but they are required to handle the mushrooms inside that area.
What would happen if one of these crates were thrown?
Depending on where it's thrown.
Sabbath sort of looks at technician and just like shakes her head like, why? Why are you asking this?
Reasons, Sabbath, reasons.
I want to know the reasons.
Potentially, if you throw it in the wrong area, you die. The oxygen gets sucked out of your lungs if you can breathe. B, you die from essentially phosphorus burning you alive. And it's also a variation. What the explosive it's actually built around and feeds on is technically thermite.
Wonder if Bolo developed these mushrooms.
So
how long after
bad times
agitating
all
these?
around. Bad times.
Yes. Don't let them.
How long after agitating the mushrooms do we have before they explode? Would it even be possible to throw them, or would they just explode in your hands?
The likelihood is you throw it, and it starts the reaction. You have about 12 to 15 seconds. You'll know because the box will start sparking from the inside, and you hear a very large clicking. It's like a tss, 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 tss. That's the noise it makes.
I was just imagining a technician going to pick up a box to throw it and it just blowing up on him.
Habeo catapultum.
For us, we found that using it as explosive charge is easy to set down, and then you throw something at it. But those caves are not... If they're making caves, they could or could not be stable, and it could collapse the whole thing. So just be careful.
I'm merely trying to prepare for emergency situations with large burrowing bugs that might be spitting acid and might need to be warded off by throwing things at them. My first instinct is to throw.
As long as we get one crate. We have to have at least one crate.
Enough to continue the strain, I guess.
Yes. We do have samples elsewhere, but they are very expensive to move. And when I say expensive to move, it's about 8,000 gold to ship. Just one crate.
I guess it would be best if I did not explode the expensive medicine components.
Yes. Yes, and the components are actually... It makes a restoration, essentially. Because the magic that it's based on is evocation magic. And it, when in its raw form, it comes out as explosive. But when you process it, it turns into a very potent healing restoration spell, sort of.
Are there any other side effects from spores in the area that we might need to be aware of? For example, on inhalation, they might cause hallucinations or could potentially cause glitches in mechanical systems.
Oh, on mechanical systems, it's corrosive. On organic systems, it's what's it called? It pulls oxygen from your blood. So it coats the inside of your lungs and your mouth and prevents oxygen from going inside. And then anything it interacts with, it pulls oxygen to fuel as fire, and then you burn from the inside.
But if you hold your breath, you're okay?
Yes. But you do not... You'll be provided masks. I know that. That we will have masks for you. He just sort of nods at you guys. We will finish eating here. I will meet you at the entrance. Or the elevator down.
This is the second time someone's mentioned finished eating. What is this term?
That was just gonna bonk Lorisha on the head, stand up, and head to the mushroom caves.
Yeah. So you get up and you're the first one over there. Is anyone going with her?
Yeah. Rep will follow.
Okay. Thapis is gonna get her mask and then basically just sit in front of the door. What are the caves made out of? Is it stone? Is it like compacted dirt?
It's
Like, what are these bugs burrowing through?
Limestone.
Okay.
Limestone specifically.
Okay. And how long are these sections?
It depends. We don't know how big it is. It's supposed to be. You'll get the layout when we get there. The vast majority of it was built, and then we started making the farm area, and that's when they broke through and came to us immediately.
Just the red section.
Yes. The other sections appear to be unaffected. So they have these large stone areas where the workers sleep, and they can be contained inside that. Then they have a big wall that is sealed. That when you enter it, there's a airlock that you go inside of to get to the mushroom areas.
Okay.
And as you follow him over, he goes into a crate, and the crate is labeled. Do you read Undercommon, Sabas?
Actually, I believe so. One sec.
I think you do.
I believe this was something that came out last time I was here. Yeah, I read Undercommon.
Okay, you do read Undercommon. It says masks for abnormal humanoids, and there's like little tiny crates inside of it. And he pulls one. He's like, "Here, this should fit you," and it's like a elongated one that will fit over your full snout.
Yep. She's gonna crack that open and then just slip it over her face and then use mending to fully put it on if it's not proper.
And it also comes with a separate pair of goggles for you, because you can't get the full thing. It just covers your snout, and then it has a pair of goggles that goes over.
Same process. Mold them. She's gonna mold them to her face.
Okay.
Mold it with mending.
Easy. Did anyone else come with her?
Yep.
I'll tag along.
Yeah.
Technician, they also hand you a mask that's like sort of abnormal. It just covers like the front part of your face where a lot of the holes are that could get into your internals. It's just one like piece of glass essentially, because you don't have to breathe. You're just trying to prevent stuff from getting into your internals, and that's essentially what it's doing. And then Lorisha.
I point over at Defender. Do you have any bear-shaped masks?
I do. And he sort of goes into that like odd shaped one. There's like another section of it that's for like large beasts and things like that, where they have one, and like he just sort of hands it to Sabas because of mending. She can make it like fit specifically around his like internal bite.
Sabas will put the mask on Defender and then give him a few head scratches. The usual procedure. Good boy. Good boy.
Says the bear.
So Sabas is gonna look over to the technician, not technician, the technician, and ask, okay, do the mushrooms interact with water in any way?
No, they actually become inert in water, which is why if you hear the clicking, that means they're exposed to oxygen. It is sort of reminiscent of potassium in water. So water is the thing that makes it inert. But the problem is it's been many weeks since we've been in there, so the water level could be low enough that it's exposed. But the crate is sealed. So if the crate opens or if it's jostled too much, the oxygen can be released and then it reacts.
Sort of like pulls into her robes and then pulls out a necklace and goes, I can make some. If you see one of those start to ignite, let me know. I can do it once, and then I can move it.
Okay.
But we have one shot at protecting these.
Duly noted. I'll be a bit farther behind because I'm not a fighter. But I do also have a suppression system. And he pulls out what looks to be like a elongated, painted yellow canister that has a long hose that comes out of it that attaches directly to the back. It's almost like a what is it? The things they spray with gas where you pump it, except this one appears to be pressurized already, like the little it's just a little sprayer.
Manual pressure can. That's what it's called.
Yep. Thank you. And it's apparently filled with water, and he's got one himself to make sure that everyone is good to go. If something behind you guys happens, he can spray down whatever needs to be sprayed down or whatever. Vidar.
I was just gonna.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna reach into her backpack and pull out a bunch of pitons and go, do you think we could put these into the limestone and tie ropes between them in a way to try and catch the bugs when they come out of the walls?
I don't know, because the last time that they saw one, they were like 9 feet long. They're huge. They're massive.
If I had metal cable, maybe.
We might be able to find some cable And he sort of goes into like one of like they have these huge lockers in like an
Sabas
offset room.
Sabas is gonna follow him.
Oh yeah, he definitely brings you along, and he's just sort of looking, and you do find like a large metal cable, but it's really, really heavy. He sort of takes one side of it on his arm. He's like, "You take this half," and he hands it to you, and you both sort of bring it. And he's like, "We'll put this at the door. If we could get it, we could get it. Maybe we can stop them from coming in the direction. They might
I'll hammer the pigeons. Yeah, I'll hammer the pigeons into one side of the wall. You feed it through.
Sounds good. This has to be brought on the elevator, though. So in front of us." And he's like sort of explaining it as Vidar sort of shows up. Technician he handed you a mask before to give to Vidar when he got here. He looks at you guys and he says, "Okay, so we're going into an airlock that leads into an elevator that goes down." And he hands each of you like it looks like a little like a pocket watch almost that he clips onto your armor or your robes or whatever. And he goes, "This is the humidity gauge. If it gets too much or too little, we need to know this, because it could change things. You get what I mean? So if we could find a room that is very humid, it could put the mushrooms and spores into a dormant state if the humidity level's high enough, which is how we do it with other mushrooms that are volatile, is you make the room so humid that it can't ever become volatile." And you can tell that this operation is run by people who really, really know what they're doing. Whoever designed all this stuff really, really, really knows what they're doing as an engineer.
So Rep is going to hold out the other mask to Vidar and say, "You should protect your face unless you're still on your political kick."
Vidar puts the mask on.
That's a random thought. Does mending work on Warforged bodies?
No, it doesn't.
Damn
Yeah, not a random thought. We've been over this a few
We've
times.
actually
Really?
we've had to talk about this specifically when it comes to.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, can I just like glue Vidar's mouth shut in his sleep?
No, because he's not a construct. He's a humanoid. There's a difference. If he was a construct, you could. But with they specifically, they have made Warforged humanoids and not constructs.
Neat.
So Defender, construct, Rep, and Vidar, humanoid.
I want to shut Defender up and instead of just head pats the fucking bear.
Okay, so you guys walk into this area. You walk through a bunch of plastic sheets that have been sort of sealed. They magnetized. They sealed each other shut.
Plastic.
Yeah, they have clear plastic. And it sort of looks like you're in like a butcher shop or something weird. And you get into this. You go past. Basically, all of you go into an airlock, and it sort of pressurizes, depressurizes, and then you walk into. You walk into the room that has the elevator, and it has this large elevator that's basically just four posts with a metal bottom on it, and then it leads up to a large chain that is hooked up to a huge set of gears above it. And he sort of gets on the elevator with you, dragging the cable onto the platform, and he looks at you and he says, "Are we ready?" And he pulls this lever, and you can tell that he has to hold it to make you guys go downward, and the whole thing, and you slowly drop and lower into the area. Here we go. You guys ready?
No. We're gonna get absolutely slaughtered by some bug. Oh, that's just not what I was expecting.
Who's we?
As you guys get down, you immediately notice that there are these huge sort of beetle spider looking things that appear to be pulsating a red gas out of them. And they're also emitting light as well.
Did you say red spider?
They are sort of spiders, and they appear to be heavily armored.
Okay.
And they're just sort of
Um,
chittering, and they don't appear to be looking at anything specific. They just appear to be like sitting there, and they're like little mandibles click-clacking together.
What's the name of the technician with us?
Oh, did
Did
you
we ever
ask?
ask? I don't think we ever did. She's gonna ask on the way down though.
Oh, my name is Durod. Durod.
Sabbath.
Durod.
Durog. Okay. So is the elevator a cage where we can see this as we come down?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Sabbath is gonna point. Exit, I assume, is on this side since we're all over here.
It's actually exits the platform, like the little gates that close you in, actually fall down on all sides.
Oh, all sides.
Yep.
Okay. Do they react to us coming down?
Not at all. They're just chittering,
Okay.
looking around at stuff. Everyone make a perception check, please.
I wish
Should it be
Lorisha
very
had joined
dark?
us.
Say again?
Should it be very dark in the center of where we're currently standing?
Can you not see anything?
Because I can, but there's a fog of war on my token. I can see Sabbath, part of Adar, and then part
Yes,
of Defender.
it's supposed to be dark.
That's the funny part is I just made the opposite joke because I thought Lorisha wasn't here at all.
No, he's there.
So I said I wish Lorisha was with us. Okay.
Oh,
I can't
it's
see
not.
Lorisha.
It's supposed to be. I might have put. These are supposed to be
See, like-
clear walls. Why can't you see each other? Those are supposed to be invisible walls.
I can see everything.
That's
Like
weird.
within vision,
Hold on.
I can see like
I've
normal
got
vision for where I am.
yeah, I've got lanterns and then
I'm just gonna
emitting
delete
from
the walls in the
bugs.
middle, but there's like
Okay.
another section where the elevator actually can go all the way down if need be. I just don't want you guys to be like running down there for some reason. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so everyone can see each other now, right?
Oh, it's
Nor-
good. Nothing.
What the
No.
heck?
Yeah, nothing
Oh.
changed
Still
for
see
me.
what I posted.
Oh,
Okay.
what the heck? Oh, it's because you don't have dark vision.
Why can I see Defender? Is I get my question.
Because of the
Because
light
Defender's
from the
standing in
left,
the light, yeah.
torch. This torch here.
Right. If I'm looking through this fog of war, that's why I'm not. Like my vision.
It's
is-
dim light sources.
so-
I see this.
With your mask on, you
Uh,
can tell that there's a haze
I see.
that is actively blocking people's ability to see. That even those of you who who have dark vision, any
Got it.
perception checks that you roll to see into darkness will be at -5, even in darkness. By the way, because there is some sort of haze or spore cloud. There's something that is messing with your vision right now.
Okay.
If you put a laser in here, it would be so bright. There's definitely a particulate or something happening in the air that you're not really familiar with.
Note
Savas is
yourself,
gonna.
invent fantasy lasers.
Oh god. Savas is gonna like look at Durag and just sort of nod, and then hold up the batons and a hammer and just point. Basically, like she wants to cross out the doorways of both of them, so she can deal with them one-on-one.
He looks at you and he just puts his finger up. Because they did have Lorisha and Vidar, you noticed that when the gates went down, all of them sort of jumped for a second and looked around and then just ignored you. So they do appear to react to very loud noises.
Okay. Well, I want to see if this plan works, so can't move, right? Still
Oh, sorry, it's paused. I'm sorry. That's
Okay.
my bad.
Savas wants to go. I keep trying to ping like I'm in a.
There's a mod for that, but I
Yeah.
have not installed it because there's a noise associated with it and you can't turn it off.
Yep. She wants to basically put a pit in.
Like above the
I'm
torch
gonna-
right there.
Well, yeah. She wants to just like. How tall are these entryways?
The ceilings themselves are 18 feet.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
very,
she just
very
wants
tall.
to. And how these bugs are like 8-9 feet tall. You said.
They're about 9 feet long, but they only go about 2 feet tall. They take up a lot of area. They're very large.
Okay. Okay. So she wants to basically hammer a pit in on each side of the doorway, and then basically circle around counterclockwise to keep doing that unless I, do something, and
Okay.
just have Durog
So-
feed it through as sort of like a
Are you gonna
block of
try?
some sort.
Are you just gonna start hitting on it, or what exactly is your plan? How are you doing it? Are you gonna try and be quiet about it? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
You have
probably best to be
you have
quiet about it.
stoneworking tools proficiency, correct?
Yes,
Do you have stone mason's tools on you?
I believe so.
Can you make us?
I also just have a hammer and pin.
Uh,
Like I just have those. Yeah, I have what's called. I think we reflavored it as archaeology kit, which is chisels, brushes, tools, hammers, picks, for solvents.
does it have a skill associated with it?
Not really. Not like it's a custom one.
Let me look.
I have the
at
mason
it.
tool. I have the mason tool proficiency though.
You do. Let me. What's up?
I was going to say somehow we wound up in a campaign where everybody has custom tools.
Yeah, everybody does. Give me a moment.
Tools are fun.
I'm gonna give you. Is anyone else doing anything while I figure this out?
Rep Rap is going to turn his volume down, and also motion to Defender to move quietly, but it's going to go sort of inspect the bug in this hallway. Hang on.
This is a custom item, son of a gun.
Yeah.
All right.
Because mason tools didn't really, mason tools were kind of cool, but I also wanted to be a forage and also be an archaeologist. So we were like, fuck it, all of it in one.
Yep, pretty much.
The whole box.
I'm gonna reflavor these carpenter's tools. Wait, there's not. You can't add a skill to the carpenter's tools. What the heck?
Actually, I don't know why I have carpenter tools and not a.
Well, because I'm trying to make it work, but it's not working.
Oh, okay. Like I don't remember being a carpenter.
I also can't delete it from your inventory.
Do I need to go to D&D Beyond to delete it? Oh, there it goes. Oh no, never
Oh,
mind.
there it is. Okay, I got it. Okay. Is there any way you could go to D&D Beyond and give yourself Mason's tools?
Working on it.
Because then I can just re-import your equipment and it should fix it. Oh, and also make sure
I already have Mason's tools. No, I have archaeology kit. I see.
Yeah, make sure you add 5 potions of healing as well. Okay. Technician.
Oh, I thought they're there. They're up in consumables.
Okay, good. Technician, what are you doing? As soon as you're going to try and look at one of the beetles, is what you said, right?
Yeah, down this hallway, I can see the red light, so I assume there's one down there I can
What the heck?
look at.
Why can't my observer see that?
Okay. Mason's tools is added.
Weird. My observer can't see your vision for some reason. Oh, does he not have observer? Yeah, he does. What the heck? Okay, that's fine. Oh, he can see it now. Weird. So you added on D&D Beyond? All right, let's give it a minute so to make sure it updates. Okay, so Vidar, you're gonna walk down the hall. Are you stealthing?
Me?
Sorry,
I'm walking down the hall?
No, not Rep
I
Rap.
meant rep rap. Sorry.
Lightly stealthing. Turn down the volume. Might be whispering "sneak" to himself.
Okay.
Sneak.
Sneak. Okay.
Sneak.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check, please.
So there is a thing, if I recall. Yes. Half plate imposes disadvantage on stealth.
Do. I rolled extremely well. You can hear. Why does it say that? Why is it named that? It shouldn't be. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Apparently, all the tokens are named incorrectly as well. Awesome. You have to change it on the actual token. As you can see, You hear a little bit of like coming towards you. Rep. I'm going to give you 1 turn to respond before you do anything else. It's
But
not really that
my-
fast. It's more of a.
But my investigation doesn't prove fruitful.
Well, you didn't roll an investigation.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay. Answered my own question. Okay.
Still got a fucking 14.
He's still got a 14.
You successfully
That's-
found nothing.
You successfully found.
Task failed successfully.
Task failed
yeah.
successfully would be the correct term. Yeah.
God damn.
But okay. So I hear skittering. I hear it coming closer.
Yep.
Okay. Defender, back up.
And you see one of them sort of come up here, and it sort of looks around. It looks like it's investigating. It's just chilling there right now. And that at that point, since you're so close to it, you can actually hear a sort of like it's emitting some sort of like low vibrating frequency almost.
I don't recognize this language as Abyssal by chance, do I?
No. Abyssal is usually associated with sea creatures.
We're in a superhuman place, right? It gotta be fish.
You are in a very human place. Humid.
Just because it looks like crab does not make it a crab. Actually, that's kind of weird. Aren't beetles just really small crabs?
I don't. That's. I think that's a philosophical question. More than anything.
Everything is a crab if you look hard enough.
There actually is a condition of everything evolving into crabs eventually. I think there's like a thing about that.
Crab is the true ultimate life form.
Lorisha, go ahead and make a history check for me real quick. You do sort of recognize the language, and it's primordial. Like, the base language is primordial, you're just not sure which one it is.
I slowly like inch over to Vidar and whisper to him, do you know primordial?
No.
I turn to Savis. Do you know primordial? I walk over to our guy wherever, Durand, wherever he is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know primordial?
I don't.
I whisper to technician. Do you know primordial?
No.
I kneel down and I give Defender some scritches. Shh. I step back from Defender, shaking my head.
Vidar is going to ask Durad, which direction did they breach the walls from?
Oh, the west. And he sort of points sort of north, or one of the southwest areas. Like, you could get there either way. It goes around and it's like a circle.
So, can I attempt to do pins and wall?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
You use Mason's tools. Use your Mason's tools, because I'm going to count that as like both. I assume your pickaxe has a hammer on it, essentially. So.
I have a hammer and I have a pickaxe.
But your hammer is what you get your Mason's tools proficiency, or your pickaxe is what you get your Mason's tools proficiency from. So, flavor-wise, you're basically using a magical pickaxe to do everything.
And do you want me to roll a stealth check for doing it quietly,
yes,
or is that
if
just
you would
good?
like to try and do it quietly, you can do that. I still got a 17.
Yeah.
All right. Since
Funny rogue numbers.
All right, here we go. Perception. Make a perception check for me, please.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not good at that. We'll find out.
Okay. You hear a and you see the light sort of come out, but you realize that the bug is too big to fit through this specific opening down here to the south of you.
That was kind of like looks around the corner, like peeks out about the bug, and then looks back and just goes, sighs to herself and goes, oh, I thought I was smart too. And then just puts the pickaxe and Biddens away and just sort of looks at Dagul?
Mhm.
Dagun, I can't believe I forgot his name already. And then just sort of shrugs.
Durad.
Durad. Sorry with a D, close enough. Yeah, she's just gonna kind of shrug. Guess we didn't need the cable after all.
He looks at you and like, Vidar, what are you doing?
I'm mostly trying to look around and see all of these bugs, because so far we've encountered 2 that I didn't see when we arrived at the bottom of the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to look really hard to see, but it doesn't seem like there's doorways due north or south.
Nope.
And to the west, where the cave-in supposedly happens, it looks like there's a bed.
Yeah.
Durad, is to the west the barracks where workers would normally be housed?
It's one of them. The
Is
other
that-
ones are to the north and the south and the east. They're basically everywhere,
Are they sealed off from the rest of the area?
more or less. But if they're in here, they're definitely expanded.
Vidar is going to try to quietly sneak into that
Okay,
over there.
go ahead.
Is this the whole room?
Mhm.
Seems like a tiny room.
It is.
I also can't even see the doorway. Is that a 1 block wide doorway?
It's not really a doorway. It's just like it's just an opening that resembles a door. There was supposed to be a door put on it, but they never got that far.
Okay, I'm gonna come back out and just note that it seems like those bugs are large enough that they wouldn't be able to fit into there. And if it was absolutely necessary, one might be able to retreat in there to recuperate. The room appears intact, from what I could see.
Sabas, I have a question for you. A bit of your
Possibly have an answer.
a bit of your token is in the red light. Is there any part of your body in the red light, or no?
I probably would have been spending time avoiding it.
Okay.
Because it is a 5-foot square. You know, you can step out.
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen how big a 5-foot square is in real life? It's huge.
Yes. No, it's huge. Yeah, she's on the not red light corner. You know,
So
red light, green light, not that one.
Speaking of which, technician, are you doing anything with the red light? Because you're sort of in the middle of it.
That's interesting, actually, because in my vision, it is literally just barely not touching that circle. It is tangential. It is 100% tangential line.
Oh yeah.
So I thought about that too, but I'm basically hugging the wall to be out of the
Okay.
way.
Okay.
So yeah.
The only person we haven't asked is Lorisha. What are you doing?
I am eating beef jerky currently
Okay.
and just staring at nothing because I can't see anything.
You can see the light.
I go and stand next to a light like a moth.
Are you standing in it, or are you standing like You can see the red light shining
there.
from the hallways as well.
I avoid the red light shining from the hallways and stand underneath the torch, eating my beef jerky. So what are we gonna do? I would like to hit something.
Okay. We're gonna go from the top. Vidar, what are you doing?
I'm basically seeing both of the red lights converge from both directions, it seems like. Vidar is going to continue standing in this doorway, getting ready to back up if necessary, because not entirely sure if something's going to be ready to enter the area.
Okay. I haven't really found a good fantasy gas mask, but it doesn't matter. So Durad is sort of standing on the platform still, and he looks at it, and he does a thing where he looks at Technician and Sabas and makes sure everyone's looking at him, like he's just doing hand signals. Is everyone looking at him right now?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he crashed. Oh, he's back. There he goes.
All of you just turned into loading spinners all of a sudden. It was very weird.
Discord's been having problems.
It was
all
definitely
day.
a problem on our side then, yeah.
Discord's was down for like 3 hours earlier today or something like that.
So Durad, are all of you looking at Durad? Because he's just doing hand signals to you. And he takes the end of the cable and puts it in the red light to the south of him, because he's basically to the southeast, like square of Defender. And the second that something moves into the red light, the bug, you could who is that can see that? I think it is Sabas. You could see that one. Yeah, no one else can see that bug onto the south of you.
Yep.
Immediately turns around, and the second that it goes away, it sort of goes back to that like docile sort of attitude of everything.
So, quite literally, video game red light, green light.
Yep.
Red lights in the system. Fun.
He just sort of looks at you, and like traces out like don't go in the red light, essentially.
I point to how the red light comes up to the elevator that we just took down. And just shrug.
Well, they can't fit through the door frames, but it would be cool to drop them down the pit.
I need all of you to make a perception check, please. Lorisha and Vidar, you hear a loud metal banging noise coming from the north of you. And you see this one away from you. And the red light disappears from the northern corridor.
I immediately walk up next to Technician and look around the corner.
Technician will peek the corner too.
It appears the red light has gone from the northwest edge. You could see a little bit of one in the room to the northeast of that.
Did anybody else hear that?
I didn't hear it. Okay then.
Did your Discord just keep dying?
I didn't hear anything.
Something. I heard some noise that distracted that bug.
The red light is out of the hall. We should move down the hall quickly. And Rep is going to motion to Sabas just like that.
All right. Durad looks at you and he says that he's gonna stay here in sign language, basically.
Which way?
Savas is gonna point to the west, as seeing as she sort of like points over this hallway to the northwest and goes, "Bedroom. Let's move on." Oh, there we go.
Red light.
Hey, all of you make stealth checks, please.
Who here has a dark sight or dark vision besides me?
I think you're the only one that has dark vision.
Okay. So Sav's basically going first and pointing out the other entrances, and she's gonna like point at this one, and you can go here, kind of thing.
Okay.
Anything happen?
No, the bug to the south of you appears to be dormant. Just chittering and like looking at the wall specifically.
That was okay. So I don't know what you guys can see. Am I just pitch black on? You're muted, Vidar.
Yeah,
I mean,
can see
you were.
0
Okay, so I'm pitch black on right now.
on my screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so taking out my silk rope from my backpack when I'm here, and just sort of like laying it behind me as I go. Hold this, follow me, kind of thing. I assume this ends in a dead end over here.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's not a dead end. It leads into the second part of the map.
Oh, okay.
That's a separate thing. I just need to know if all of you are going into that section or not.
I think everyone's following me, and Savas sees no reason to go elsewhere. So
Vidar's going
Yeah.
to whisper. Is that not the direction where we saw the other bug from while you were hammering?
I think to the west. Okay, so let me just send a screenshot on the map real quick, so I don't have to describe it. Basically, there's a small exit to the west that's cut off, I think, because there's another entrance there that needs to be another map loading.
Yep, here it is.
So, south is not where we're going. We're going west. Okay.
So you can see that there are 3 sort of forges, and a load of coal with a like a minecart directly in front of you, and then the haze is sort of still existent. Will all of you make you enter this section, and like all of you can sort of hear strange sort of tip tap noise coming from the west, from where you currently are.
Abbas is gonna go check this side room. Anything in here?
Just coal.
Yeah.
I immediately put my hand up and step backwards towards the group. Don't turn that corner. Big bad evil lady.
So, what you see in front of you, it looks to be, it's very reminiscent of Zoya, but not really. Like, if Zoya was like part beetle instead of part spider, that's what you saw in front of you.
Sabas like steps back a little bit so she can talk without being too worried, and goes, "Well, I don't think killing each of the bugs individually is really an option for us. Maybe there's something guiding her. It could be her. They do seem to act quite strangely."
Could that not also be Zoya's cousin?
Does Lorisha like relay what they look like?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be similar to Zoya, but more beetle-like than spider.
beetle looks similar to the other bugs back there?
Yeah.
Everyone make a history check, please. Except, well, Sabas, yeah, yeah.
Savis, as in, do I still make one? Or?
Yes. That it actually does make sense because you've never seen her sister. I don't remember what her sister's name was off the top of my head. I thought I would, but Ashka. You didn't see Ashka, but the rest of you have seen both Zoya and Ashka, and they looked like twins. They looked exactly the same, so you can assume that they were part of the same brood. And this is not the same species at all. This is removed by a whole species level. They seem to be the same base creature, but a different species altogether.
So most likely not cousins.
No. Maybe like generationally and like just whole like maybe they're related, maybe. But do they know each other? Probably not.
Look, I'm just going to say it, and I'll own my bias here, okay? I'm a speciesist. I always assume all spiders know all other spiders. Doesn't matter where they live. Doesn't matter what their life experience is. Every spider knows every other spider.
Oh.
Savis sort of looks at Vidar and goes, "Should we try and get a closer look, you and I?"
Slight meta question. If I use psychic whispers on something that can't see me, would they immediately know where I am, or would they just start hearing voices?
Can you put the psychic whispers in the chat for me, please? Because if D&D is very good about making syntax and stuff like that proper, that if it doesn't say it, then no. In most cases, it literally makes the declaration in a lot of abilities that they will know who is talking and where they are. It literally says that in a lot of abilities.
It says I have to be able to see them to start it, but it doesn't say anything about them having to see me. And we don't have to speak a common language.
Doesn't say that, no. It doesn't even say you need to see them. It just says that you need to know they exist within a mile of you.
It does. It's the second sentence. It says, "As an action, choose one or more creatures you can see."
Oh, you can see, but it doesn't say that they have to see you.
Yeah.
So if I peek around the corner, could I
Yeah?
use that and then dip back behind the corner?
Yeah.
Snamus would like to sneak to the south side of this tunnel over here, just in case that's something like
Sure.
back attack, basically.
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check, please. Thank you. Jeez. I gotta zoom
Should I
out
stealth check before going around the corner?
Yes,
or
please. Jeez, stealthy boys. Stealthy boys and girls everywhere. Okay. I actually don't think she can roll that high on perception. So, nope, not possible.
Based.
So I'm going to start psychic whispers.
I don't know why my observer... Can you move forward a little bit? It can't see what you're doing. Let me make sure... permissions? Observer has observer for it. Oh, there we go. I don't understand why it wasn't updating, but there you go. So you're going to use Psychic Whispers on her?
Yeah, and then once I have it established, would she begin knowing that it is established when it happens, or when I start sending messages?
You have to send a message first. Yes.
Am I able to dip back around the corner before sending the message?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go back into hiding and then just send a hello.
And you immediately hear a greetings.
Are you the one in charge of this place?
This is my nest. What do you want?
How long have you had this nest? It is a very nice place.
A long while now.
What is the deal with that elevator in the other rooms?
What about them? We do not know. We do not go up.
Why do you not go up?
The light. We need to start digging and burrowing for the great ash worm.
If you are not going up the elevator, then why spend time in that area?
The food. Must make food for the great ash worm.
Who is this great ash worm again? I thought that you said that you were in charge of the area.
This one does have choice. This one was elevated by the great ash worm.
So if we keep digging, we will discover the great ash worm?
No, the great ash worm burrows its way here. Without us, there is no beacon.
When do we expect the great ash worm to arrive? We have been here for a while now, you said.
It said there's problem. Large stone in the way. Must melt stone to reach us.
And where is the great ash worm coming from again?
From the north in the volcano.
Vidar's going to whisper some of this back to the group behind him as quietly as possible.
I assume I can't hear this.
No.
Yeah.
No, this is a specific link between those two.
Also, I'm fairly certain I'm in the black for you guys now.
Yeah,
I
you're
think.
definitely in the black. Are you walking around or anything? You can move your token freely if you want, Sabas.
Okay, yeah, during this, Savis is going to just basically continue sneaking, exploring, try and find out. No, I don't open my character sheet, thank you.
How many of us are there in this area if we need to be able to support the great ash worm when it arrives?
Down below, there are thousands waiting as food source.
Okay, I'm gonna keep moving until you tell me to stop, basically.
Okay. Well, she physically impossible for her to see you, so.
Yeah.
But up on this level, there are a handful to east. Only my bodyguards guard me here. Which are you, then, creature?
Oh, I'm just a wizard from afar, remotely scrying locations.
Is this thing 2 tiles north of me anything important?
No, it just appears to be like a long abandoned supply, like box or bag.
Okay.
And she sort of like sits there for a moment. You can tell that she's like thinking in her head, Sabas, as you're like watching her. And
Okay.
she sort of is like turning around looking for the source of the voice.
Hide behind this little rock.
Aesilgander is the name of the great ashworm. I'm gonna put it in.
I'd like to investigate this big old lady over here, if she has anything on her, or is she like a fully biological kind of like beetle weapon?
She is essentially a giant bioluminescent drider. That the top
Okay.
half appears to be humanoid. You're not really sure what race, but the bottom half is like a rhino beetle. But
Okay.
her carapace is made of sort of what like a. I don't know if you ever played Warframe, but Rubido in Warframe is like a red stone that like sort of washes over with like a red. Her
Rubido.
yeah, it looks like Rubido.
The most useless resource in that fucking game.
Rubidoos. But yeah,
Okay.
you get the image, right?
Yeah. Chinks in her armor, that kind of thing.
It does not appear to be any, but she does appear to have some sort
Okay.
of like gland on like the base of her hands, and she has two sort of like large spindly legs that have what appear to be some sort of volatile liquid dropping out the tips of them.
Okay. Well, I'll make my way back.
Any more questions, Badar?
So, what are your plans for until the great ashworm arrives?
Dig. We all dig toward the great ashworm.
I was just gonna like walk out of the blackness towards the party and come back. So she's gonna kind of like let us sigh.
Did you find anything interesting?
I took a look at her den, so to speak. Seems to be that kind of thing. There's her, and there's two more of those glowing red beetles. She's completely armored. I couldn't find any cracks. She's got some glands on her hands and two like scorpion tail hand things on her back that are releasing some liquid. Either way, we wouldn't be dealing with just her. There's her and two more.
If we were to cause a distraction, or one of us were to cause a distraction, the rest could attack from behind with the advantage.
Sabbath sort of like Sabbath kind of shrugs and then steps on her backpack on the ground and pulls out her gem of brightness.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm gonna just link in the chat. No, I don't want to. I just want to link it. I don't want to use it.
Okay.
Here, usability. There we go. It's currently set to the first command word.
Okay.
And basically pass it to technician and go, I can see in the dark. You three can't. There's no other light other than the ones you see along the mine trail on the south area. There's a whole small cavern there. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to sit behind a rock, and I'm going to wait. What's been happening here?
Vidar has been asking it questions, I think.
Technically?
It is mostly trying to dig for a great ashworm to arrive. I fear even if we clear out the area, the great ashworm may eventually arrive anyway. Though they did say that they are a beacon.
I mean, if they're a beacon, then... I mean, it's a worm. How smart can it be?
Lorisha, would you like to go with the others and sneak up behind it while I cause a distraction?
I just nod.
There's a minecart now towards the north of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the minecart rail intact enough to roll it down?
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's almost perfect.
That was sort of like pat technician on the back and then points to this room, northwest. Shitload of coal in there. There's your distraction. Roll it down the tracks. Light it on fire.
Rolling coal? Rolling coal.
Rolling coal. Roll coal.
Sabas, was there any other entries into that room, or was the way that you checked the only way in?
She's basically in a triangle-shaped den. The minecart rail continues for, Fuck, I have to count tiles now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23. About 120 feet-ish.
But there's no other way
There's
into the room.
no, not that I saw. I can't see into the back. I can check north. Actually, yeah, I'll be back.
All right, so Rep is going to start very quietly loading coal into the minecart.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll another stealth check or
No.
continue running off the one I have? Okay.
If she can't see you, none of the other guys
Okay.
can see you either. Because remember,
Travis is gonna-
remember they're blind unless you're in the red light anyway.
Yeah, Savis sort of looks at, comes back like in like less than a minute, and then looks and goes, "Okay, yeah, there's 2 inches. One in the back. I just couldn't see it from before. It's basically a large circle-shaped room or oval. She won't be able to fit through the north door though.
And if we are planning our distraction at the south door,
And we shall all go north.
that might be our time to sneak in through the north.
Technician, give the gem to Vidar, I think, or bring Defender with it. It's also currently encased in like a coffer, so it's not actually bright right now.
So you're saying you want Defender to go with you?
Probably.
If
Okay.
we push the minecart hard enough, would we not be able to all go to the north as the cart rolls by through the south?
I intended to stay with the cart until I knew the distraction was complete.
If we lit it on fire and rolled it down, it would be loud enough. They seem to be sensitive to noise.
Vidar, here, take this. And Vidar, or Rep, yeah. Who am I? Rep is going to hand Vidar the Gem of Brightness.
Book read.
Book read.
So
smart, me.
Yeah. So you hand you hand Vidar the Gem of Brightness.
Yes.
Okay. What's the command word on the Gem of Brightness?
It's the first one.
Oh, but do you know the command? Did you set the command word?
It stays that way forever.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's literally in a coffer.
Oh,
like,
okay. But he
the
has to know what he has to
flashlight.
know what the command word. Oh, it's always on. Basically, is how you leave it.
It is never off.
Okay.
It's just in a coffer.
Okay. So you sort of made a lantern with it, essentially.
Not really a lantern, more of just like it's like on a string and like she just opens up like it just has like a screw-on case kind of thing.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So, technician has been loading coal into this.
I've done eight arm loads so far.
Yeah, Tavis will help.
That's a lot.
I don't know.
Whenever you're ready, let me know when you're going to start the distraction.
Savis is going to use Create Bonfire to light it when we need to.
Okay. Hang on a second. Okay. To make this slightly more distracting, real quick, Rep is going to magical tinkering the minecart.
Okay.
So that when it is tapped by a creature, or more likely it bumps into a creature, it will emit a sound that can be heard up to 10 feet away.
Okay.
And hang on.
So if I change my dice... Oh, shit. Did I save it? No. Okay. All right. Lorisha, what are you doing while technician gets set up? What's your plan?
I assume I find a shovel or something near the forges
Yeah.
that they've been using to load them up.
Mm-hmm.
I grab the shovel and they're currently on, I assume, for some reason. Are they lit?
What, the torches? Or the
The
forges?
forges.
The forges.
Yes, the forges do appear to be gas powered, and they have been run. There's nothing in there. They just have like flames.
Oh, they're gas powered.
Yeah.
Because it's not coal.
No.
Tavis can create
You
bonfire.
you,
She's
you
done it
use
before.
iron. You use iron and coal with a gas forge to make steel.
Yes.
that
So
makes- yeah.
to make steel, you require coal coke because a gas flame cannot get hot enough to make iron into steel. You have to have coal coke, a separate resource, in order to do that. In real life,
Well-
that's literally how it works. Because it doesn't
Kind of.
get hot enough.
You've never played Petroleum Craft, have you, Ryan?
In large
I
amounts,
just
yes.
I was asking about the fuel source specifically. I was wondering if there were smoldering coals. That's all.
No, you
Oh,
can
I
make
gotcha.
some.
If you're worried about if you're worried about lighting it, Tavis can make a bonfire. She can do
Oh,
that.
I wasn't worried about lighting it. I assumed you guys could catch it on fire.
Yeah.
I have.
You have a plan?
It sounds like you wanted to do hot projectiles. Is that what you're looking to do? Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much.
Oh, you can
Cook
do
some.
that.
Cook some charcoal. Do it. I like
I'm
Rep
fearful-
Rep at this point is waiting for everybody to start heading north to shove the cart so that Sabas can light it on fire, and then it continues on and it does its thing when it knocks into the spider, presumably.
Well,
I grabbed the shovel.
it goes past
and
it, not into it.
I grab the shovel and I just hold on to it. It's in my hand. Set them off.
Do you have a thing
assume
full
it's
of? Do you have a thing full of? Are you picking up a thing full of coal?
I'm not.
Okay.
But I assume that it's like a metal head shovel would
Yes,
handle.
it's a flat head, so it's like an actual not like a digging shovel, but a scooping shovel.
Cool. We're making some pizza. Love it.
All right. And we are a bit off from our 15-minute break, so I think before we start this encounter, we're going to go on a 15-minute break, and then we'll come right back and get right into it. So we'll see you guys in 15 minutes. right, welcome back everyone from a 15-minute break. Quick recap: they basically have gone into the infested area in the mushroom fungus farming area, and they're trying to get to. They're about to do the distraction. Okay, so we're gonna start off. The thing is full of coal. Sabas, you chuck a bonfire in there, and then you head south. The coals begin to start lighting and going and going and going, and then a moment later, there's a bunch of smoke coming out of it. Rap, are you kicking it?
Yep, we're gonna give it a kick.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check. Anyone assisting him or no?
I will.
You are assisting? Okay. Go ahead and make that
Advantage.
advantage, please. Advantage. That's enough. You sort of push on it. Ooh, it begins to move slowly at first, but then it goes really quick. And they already made the perception checks on it. This one is going to beeline. And literally a second later, you hear and you hear, "Fuck you!" come from directly south of you. And you hear a sort of squeal. I'm not sure. Oh, it does translate my dice colors on there. That's sick. What? Oh, well. Okay, and you hear sort of... You hear some creature yell. Okay. Now you guys can see everything. Where's Sabas? Sabas is down there. I need to just...
I am way down here.
I just
I
need to
am
make
out
sure
of fire.
I need to make sure that my thing can see everything. Oh, you see that the coal cart smash into the creature, and it sort of squeals, and it basically ran over and did that, and then the whole cart yelled "Fuck you!" and both the queen, the queen and the other guard sort of turned to look at it immediately. Only one of the guards moved over there, though.
Lorisha, come on.
Do I can I hear where that's coming from, like the direction?
Yeah, it was south. Basically, where the cart went, you heard the everything.
From technician. I can hear what technician.
Coming, it's the north.
Okay, I just kind of meander forward.
This way. No, this way. Left.
Left.
Turn left.
Left. More left.
More left.
South.
A little south.
Vidar's
What? Two more south.
To the lady,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, "What was that? My scrying isn't very good. It appears that something dramatic is happening to the south of you."
She just sort of looks around. Like, you could definitely tell that she's looking for you.
Lorisha, follow me. I am right next to you. Sit. This way. Left.
I assume you've grabbed his hand, and you're like,
Yeah, I'm. You know what? Can I hang on a second? Just stop.
No, you can't.
I don't have permission to. Yeah, pull. Okay.
No.
Left 3. South 2. Left 3.
Actually,
Vidar is directly to your south.
It's so fun that only one of you has dark vision. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Is anyone gonna start this off? Let's go ahead and roll initiative, and I'm gonna give. Basically, the enemies are gonna be blind, so they're probably not gonna have their turn anyway. Let me make a combat encounter.
So I assume I can see like across or down over to where they are, and I can see the light that they're emitting, the redness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can I see the silhouettes of like the people around me?
Barely, yes.
Okay. I take the shovel and I throw it as far out to the side, like over here.
Okay.
To try to get the annoying little bug thing that's standing next to her to move away from her a bit.
Go and make an athletics check, please, at advantage. Ding, 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 ding. I am missing a. I'm missing a guy.
Bender.
I'm missing a purple guy in initiative.
Yeah, you're missing a Lorisha.
There he is. All right. So we're gonna do one turn before this. This guy is gonna move over here. He's gonna walk all the way around. Go check that out. She's gonna move right here, and this guy is also going to move in that direction. Vidar or Sabas, you're gonna also have one turn worth of movement that you can do as well if you'd like. Basically, everyone can do one turn worth of movement right now.
All right, I'm going there.
Okay.
Am I still running off of my previous stealth roll, or do I make another?
You're still running off. No one's seen you, so.
Yeah.
Is anyone? So all of you up there are just chilling, right?
No,
So-
I'm gonna move over to here.
Okay.
As it turns out, Defender is the one with dark vision, so Defender will be moving, I guess.
Okay.
Why is Defender over there all of a sudden?
I don't know. Let me put him back.
Bender phases through time itself. I'm
I
going
don't
here
even know
now.
how he did that. That's weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Okay. And is that it? Is that it for everyone's movement? Have we all moved?
Yeah.
Vidar, you moving?
Okay.
No, I'm standing in what I assume is a doorway that I could back up into.
You are not. You are standing right in the middle of the open right now.
Neat. It's dark. I think I'm in the middle of a tiny, narrow hallway.
Well,
so.
the first turn is Vidar, so go ahead. You have a gem of
Vidar.
brightness.
Vidar is going to... How durable is that case that the gem of brightness is in? If I throw it hard enough, is it going to break?
That thing has been with Sabbath for like 2.5 years. It's pretty fucking durable.
No, it's
She made
not.
it
It's not
herself.
going to break.
So I can't throw it and have it open somewhere else.
Oh no, you
No.
can. You can if you want to. Just not going to guarantee it's going to be. The case
But you-
itself might be broken, but the gem itself will be fine.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I wanted the case to
itself is
break
made
open.
out of the case is made of a shitload of steel. Like she forged that thing herself.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Today you
and-
get
It
to learn
is-
about your craftsmanship. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna throw the try to like half open the case and then throw it like this direction-ish between the two of them.
Okay.
Is that gonna be an athletics
Higher,
check? To see?
yeah, high or low?
Well, let's go low.
Go and roll
I'm
me a
pretty bad at
D100,
rolling.
please. Okay. Go and make an athletics check, please. It lands, but it lands shut. You throw it, whoo, and it goes. and it just lands shut.
And then I'm going to stab the farthest south one.
Okay.
Is that advantage because of stealth?
Yep. Oh, nice.
And that's critical.
It is.
Does that make the sneak attack damage critical too?
It does.
Yes.
Holy moly. You're attacking the one directly south of you? The lady or the guard?
The guard.
Okay.
Is Psychic Blades only a 1d6?
It is. The main one is. The other one is a 1d4.
Because it only roll the 2d6 for the Psychic Blades.
It only
Instead of
does
four.
1d6.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misheard.
I don't think it ever gets bigger.
Was throwing the thing my bonus attack or bonus action?
Yes, I'm going to say it was your bonus action.
And then as a minor action, can I send a message to
To her?
her?
Yeah, it's an
and say-
incidental. It's not even like a real thing.
and say there's something that appears to be happening behind you.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check, please.
Psychic Warfare now.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. That brings us to her turn. She turns around. She's like, and she's gonna try and look for you guys. She moves over to the box. High or low? Someone that's not Vidar.
Hi.
Go and roll it. Okay. She sort of taps on the box and it doesn't open.
I've got some severe Wheatonism going on today.
She's going to hold her action. Which volatile creeper is this one? Okay. Let's see. Did he hear the box fall? He did. So he's going to move toward the box. I'm streaming. What? Okay. So he moves over. High or low? Someone who isn't Technician or Vidar.
All you?
Hi.
Go and roll D100, please.
This is the tricky part. It's a combat roll, but it's a Lorisha roll.
You said high?
You rolled mid.
Yeah.
You rolled mid. That's not high or low.
He's also bapping the box around, but it has not opened yet. He's also going to hold his turn as well. Hold his action.
Travis is confused by the noises as a minor action.
Oh yeah, you can't see it because you don't line of sight of it yet.
Oh, she is fucking confused about what's happening. She heard a bunch of ding noises and then just like what sounds like Beatles soccer right now.
Yep. Chittering everything. Lorisha, it's your turn.
When Technician lit the minecart on fire,
Mm-hmm.
did it affect the particulate in the air at all?
A little bit. Why?
What did it do?
This area has become much more visible down here. Actually, I'll put a light just to show you.
Oh god, oh fuck, light.
There you go. It is now brighter in that area down south of you.
Got it. And last question. The guy down there, the guard who was hit and made the noise when he got hit by the minecart.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any visible damage from getting hit by the minecart? Or
It
fire
did
on
not
it?
appear to hit him very hard.
Okay.
It did 3 damage to him on 2d10.
As for my action, I'm going to consume a.
You have
so
another
with
one
my
of those?
potion of fire breath. I have one potion, has 3 charges.
Oh, so this is the second charge, so you have 1 charge left on it?
Correct.
Okay. And that is your
My,
bonus
drink
action.
that.
Oh, it's just a drinking it? Okay.
That's my action.
Okay.
That's my action. And I am. I'm going to end my turn.
You're not moving?
I'm going to move. I'm going to move right to there.
Okay.
End my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Sabas.
Pew, 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 pew.
You see the queen and one of the guards like hitting the box over and over again, but they're not opening it. You could definitely tell it's your gem of brightness box.
Savis is gonna like look and consider, and then just sort of put her like chin in her palm and just think for a little while, and just go, "What the fuck were they thinking?"
All
in
right.
her head. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is where's my character sheet? There it is. I'm going to cast not Mirror Image, Shadow Blade.
Okay.
With Silent Spell.
Oh, okay. So you're spending sorcery points to do silent spell?
Yeah, subtle spell. So
Yep.
I have 3 sorcery points now. And then so basically I just have Shadow Blade ready. What I'm going to do? Okay, let's see. Actually, count 1, 2. Sorry, I was here.
It's a bonus action, so you still have your action and reaction.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For the moment, she is going to. Actually, I can go over here behind this rock. For the moment, she's going to stay put. If something does approach her, she might, to the point where it would see her, she will throw her Shadow Blade. That's her hold action.
Oh,
But
so
at the
you're
moment,
holding
she's
your
doing
action if something comes near enough to you that it can.
If she's in red light, she will throw it.
Perfect. That's perfect. That brings us
That's
to
my turn.
Technician.
Because the spiders that emit light are now tinking around the little box that has basically a light nuke in it, I can see where the little box is despite having not very much vision of the things directly in front of my face,
Absolutely.
correct?
It is illuminated, yes.
Excellent. That is good to know. I aim for the box and I'm going to take some plinkies with it.
You're going to shoot it?
Yep.
My fucking box! Fucking assholes!
I don't have a lot of options. I'm not going to run in there and get it. I'm tank-ish, not a tank.
I'm gonna have to make my own another fucking one of those boxes.
I'm a smith. I'll help.
Mending.
It's fine.
Mending.
It's
You know how
fine.
hard
Mending.
Mending.
You know how hard it is to mend back together a fucking screw?
10 minutes. Just takes 10 minutes.
Ah!
I'm gonna it's a box. It's inanimate object. I'm gonna say you hit it. Go and do damage. High or low, Technician?
Fuck me. Low.
Okay. Go and roll it. Okay, you did not pierce the box shut. You actually broke off the top of the box and boom. I actually have a light source right here. Boom. There you go. The entire room is now lit. Basically, yeah, the whole room is lit. That literal light, like everyone can see now, right? Like literally, you can see everything now. Well, your light didn't change because you're darkness lady.
Yeah, we can see.
Everyone can see everything now, and they're just like, so everything they're gonna do is gonna be disadvantaged this turn. This volatile creeper, however, is gonna make a perception check. Okay, it cannot see Sabas. But what it's going to do is how many feet of movements does it have? Oh, Technician, that was not the end of your turn.
Nope.
Yep. You have a second attack.
Where is the gem of brightness?
It is right. It's actually right here. I'll mark it for you. It is. It is right here.
Okay.
That's where it's physically located.
Everyone, I have a very dumb idea.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so did one attack with my attack action, can I move and then use my second attack?
Absolutely.
Okay. Full movement to where the gem of brightness is. I would like to use my bonus action to pick up the gem of brightness.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Um,
And then
the second that you enter within melee range, both of them are going to attack you because that was their held action.
okay, all right. So we'll do that. I guess we'll resolve that first then.
Yep.
Okay.
The guard is going to acid spray onto you. Yep. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
At advantage because they're doing it at disadvantage? Or no?
No.
Okay.
You take 9 points of acid damage. And then I do have disadvantage on this roll. Oh, what's your AC?
19.
Holy crap, I rolled a 19 with disadvantage. She actually spits a web on you. The target is restrained. While restrained, takes 1d4 acid damage. You take 4 points of acid damage, and then you can use an action to break out of its web, if you would like to, on your next turn. So you are restrained. You have picked up the box, and she sort of just looks at you, goes, and the web covers you.
Okay. Box is picked up. Still have my second attack. Going to fire at her.
Okay. Disadvantage, because you are... Or wait. Yeah, because you're restrained. I believe that hits.
2 11s.
I believe that hits. Yes, it hits.
Hey.
Okay. Damn.
And I do have to wait for my next turn to attempt to break out of the web?
Yes, you do.
Okay. All right. Movement bonus. Yeah, that's end of turn for me.
This bottom volatile creeper is going to... What's the distance on acid spray?
60 feet line, I think.
30 feet line for these guys.
No, I was thinking the wrong spell. Whoops.
Oh, did you do anything? Oh, yeah, you used your bonus action already, right? Or no?
I did. I used my bonus action to pick up the gem.
Okay.
Which I think normally would be an action, but I'm glad that you also were willing to fudge that with me. So.
It's going to acid spray. I need a... Wait. Vidar, yes, you did attack him, so he knows where you are. Vidar, by the way. This one knows where you are since you attacked him. It's actually part of the rules of the game. But I need a dexterity saving throw from Defender and Vidar, please. Okay, Defender did not make it. Defender takes 13 points of damage. And half as much on a save. Okay, so you take 6 points. 6 points of acid damage, Vidar, please.
Wait, on the dexterity saving throw, don't I go down to 0?
Oh, you take none. You take none because it's a dexterity saving throw because you have evasion. That's right. That brings us back up to Vidar. What?
That's bizarre. Defender doesn't appear to have any hit points.
What? There you go. Oh, wait. What the heck? It reset his hit. Whoa, why is it halving his hit points? What the heck? He has 52 hit points, right?
No, he has 52 total. I tried to reduce it to 39. It sent him down to nothing, and then I did it again, but it seems to be at 52.
Okay, I put it back
Very
at 52
confused.
on his actual character sheet, so that's weird. Hold on, let me see if it works for me. There we go. I got it. There you go.
All right, cool. Permissions, maybe?
What?
Permissions, maybe?
It might be. Let me check it. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Vidar. It's your turn.
Vidar is going to back up. Is this a pillar or something like that right here, ish?
Yes, it's a large boulder in the middle of the room.
I'm gonna hang out by this boulder and then stab again.
Okay, who are you stabbing?
That's my favorite. The same one that I already stabbed last
The
time.
guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I get advantage because of not
You
flanking?
get to use your sneak attack,
but not advantage?
but not advantage.
That sounds fair. I'll miss anyway.
You hit. They're large creatures. Come on. Oh, okay. He had 5 hit points left, but he is fully and utterly and completely dead.
Was that because of the sneak attack or before the sneak attack?
I'm gonna give it to you before the sneak attack.
Okay, so if I then throw knives at the other one on my bonus attack,
The other
does that
guard?
get a sneak attack?
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll let the sneak attack. Yeah, and the technician is technically there and not incapacitated, so yes, you can.
That's a technically if I.
Wait, does restrain make him technically incapacitated? I think it might actually.
Pretty sure it just means it can't move. Because if I was getting incapacitated, it would be.
I think that's a stun. A stunned is considered incapacitated. No, you are not incapacitated. Okay, so yes, yes, that hits. That do hit.
That's an offhand one, so that's a baby one.
Yep, that's and minimum damage, but you still do 16 plus 6 is 22. Okay, because I like that 16 damage is actually pretty okay. It's okay. It's not great, but it's. I don't want you to have to roll lower, you know.
And then I'm gonna hang out by the rock and chill.
You're gonna be a rock guy. Okay, that brings us to the Creeper Queen. Vidar. I mean, technician.
Yes.
You take 3 points of acid damage because she started her turn right next to you. And she gets advantage to bite you. She's gonna go down and nom nom on your face.
Double ones, double ones, double ones, double ones. Double ones. No whammy, double ones.
Oh, that's a 24.
Fuck.
He explicitly asked for double ones.
Oh man, what a shit roll.
This is what I get for printing
I need you to
PoE
make
consumables.
Wait, are you immune to poison or are you You're resistant to poison and you have advantage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage, please. You take 6 points of damage total. You are not poisoned.
Sorry, did not hear the point number.
Oh, you 6 total.
6? Okay.
6. And she does not have multi-action, so she is, however, going to move this way. They're going to move through you or around you.
You got it?
She's going to be right here, actually.
Oh, she moved out of my melee range. Reaction?
What? You're holding a crossbow.
Yeah. Shit.
He hits her with the crossbow really hard.
You go bonker?
Have you ever seen me do a crossbow?
One
punch?
melee
It's like-
damage.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you're right.
You can't do reactions. You can't do reaction attacks with ranged weapons.
You're right.
So this volatile creeper is also going to bite the shit out of you. 19 is your AC, right?
Yep.
Dope. Do you have resistance to acid damage?
I do not.
Okay, 14 points of damage, please. That brings us to Lorisha.
I will begin my turn by breathing fire on this asshole.
Do you have a cone? Because
It doesn't happen in a cone. It goes just at a single target.
Oh,
so it's like
okay.
It's like a flamethrower.
What's the range on it? 30 feet.
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
Correct.
Hold on. It's up in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you scroll up, I need to make a dexterity saving throw on the creeper or the queen.
On the creeper. I
Okay.
have him selected.
Okay. Saving throw. Regular. He fails. So I think that's
We just roll for damage, right?
46. Yep. Just roll damage if you scrolled up that high. 17? And that was fire damage?
Correct.
Rep.
Yes.
Restrained. Disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. We make a dexterity saving throw, please, at disadvantage.
But the fire hits the web as well then, because he's in range, right?
It does. So the web is removed, but he still takes the damage.
So there's also, he gets damage because the web is smoldering on him?
No.
Okay, cool.
He explodes, and Rep, you take 34 points of acid damage as he explodes.
Yeah, that wasn't fire damage that Rep was taking. That
No,
was
it was acid damage, but the damage...
Oh, I did. Hang on, I'm sorry. I did not take the 17 points of fire damage.
No.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that.
You had 22, so that puts you have 5 hit points right now. Put yourself at 5.
Yeah, I was working on it.
I know, I'm just making sure. Okay?
I am now going to move to here.
Okay.
I assume this is where I need to be to attack her, right?
Yep.
And do I get flanking as a defender?
You do.
I'm going to use Ferald's Castigator to beat the shit out of her.
Oh, and Rep, you are no longer restrained. By the way. That hits. Okay. Second attack.
Oh, it's supposed to be advantage. I'm sorry.
It is.
All right. So 24 hits, right?
Yeah. Not bad. Anything else? That's your bonus action.
I'll yell at her. I want to know your name so I can tell everybody who I killed.
She just looks down at you. Sabas, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
All right. Bonus action dash.
Oh, shit.
Where is she facing?
She is currently facing Rep.
Okay.
So she's facing towards you at the moment.
Actually, let me just...
You can move pretty much
Sorry.
anywhere that you want to. Like, you have 80 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
can
40
move
feet
wherever
right
that
here.
you want. Yeah.
40, 50, 60. I want to jump up on her back.
Okay. Go and make an acrobatics check, please.
Where is... Oh, I'm on the inventory tab. No wonder I can't find acrobatics.
Yeah, you're able to get on her back, but what you don't see is that she's completely covered in a thin coat of acid.
That's okay.
It's 2d4 damage. Hold on, let me look at her features real quick. It's 2d4 acid damage. So you take 4 points of acid damage when you jump up onto her.
That's okay. And then I want to stab one of the little acid spitter things on her back.
Okay, go ahead.
So let's scroll back up to fucking Shadow Blade. Where is it? Never mind, I'm recasting it.
Well, yeah, whatever.
I don't like scrolling up that far to find it.
That's fair. Go ahead and make an attack.
Would that be advantage?
Yep. You do hit.
Alright.
And you do get sneak attack damage.
Yep. Let me
Wait,
go
did it not
find
add?
that.
It didn't add your dexterity to that.
Wait, we fixed that like 3 times,
We
and
did.
it's still
I think it's
doing
every time.
that.
I think every time it imports it, it removes it. But your
Okay,
dexterity is plus 5, right, or plus 4?
Yeah, +5. It's +5, so
It's
that's
plus
12, and then where is sneak attack?
Okay.
Why can I not find sneak attack?
I don't know.
Why can I not read?
I don't know. Head empty.
Head empty. There it
So
is.
smart, me.
So smart, me.
Oh, I hit twice. Whoops.
Okay, so 9 plus 12 is 21. Okay.
Yep. Directly into one of those acid things.
Okay.
And yeah, going to try and stay on.
All right. That brings us to Technician. What would you like to do, Technician?
Okay, Technician is going to shout to Sabis, say the second word, and hold the gem out, pointing it directly at her, at the spider lady.
Okay.
Yep. I mean,
I need to make
Actually,
can you post the gem brightness again real quick?
yep. Da 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 da.
I need to make a Constitution saving throw become blinded.
Yep. She's just gonna fucking shriek out, "Blindy!"
Blindy? That's so good. 19. Actually, she'd be a disadvantage because of sunlight. It's close enough to sunlight, in my opinion. So we're going to do that again. She is blinded.
Okay, and then
Attack rolls against her have advantage.
was that my action, holding out the gem and getting somebody else to activate it?
Use an action to speak when it... Yes, I'm going to consider that your action.
All right. Yeah, that's touch. That's one action. That's crap. Okay, gonna quaff the pot
Okay.
if I can find them.
You heal for 9 points as a bonus action.
And moving 10 feet away.
So she has disadvantage if she tries to reaction attack you, right? Yeah. Oh, the light should also be emitting from you, but I am genuinely not worried about it. She's going to try and bite you as a reaction. She rolled way more poorly this time. Okay.
That's
Does
it.
attack have to be successful for a reaction?
I think for your
Or is it just an
specific
attempt?
thing, I think Sentinel makes an attack.
Sure.
It doesn't say makes a successful attack. It would say that. It would definitely say that. So you can use your reaction to Sentinel
So-
if you would like.
I would like. Oh, I get advantage. I'm sorry.
You still hit. There you go. All right. Two-handed bonk. That brings us back to Vidar. Will you make a perception check, Vidar? Pretty sure you don't need a perception check, but you know what's happening. You hear chittering and throat singing from the other room.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I guess my dice are more perceptive than I am because I didn't realize it until you made me roll.
There you go. You hear the sound of chittering and the, like, very low vibration throat singing from the other room.
I am going to stab and yell out, "Let's hurry this up, more are coming."
You have advantage because she's blinded.
That
I'm
hit
doing my
anyway?
best.
Oh, yeah. No crit, but hit.
You could, yeah, it's a hit, and you do get sneak attack. Because she's got literally a dozen people on her, basically. Heck yeah.
And look at you with your fancy 5d6 sneak attack.
And still somehow managed to roll only 2d6 worth.
Yeah, that was a terrible roll.
1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just roll that roll.
That was a terrible roll. Okay, that's a hit.
If only the Vessel of Chaos was here, it could force you to re-roll some of those dices.
That was so funny.
Keep doing stabs.
Second bonus stab.
Yep.
Okay, stab away. You get advantage. You still get advantage because. Oh wow!
Somehow neither of those were crits. Amazing.
So close yet so far away. And minimum damage. Nice. Still 6 damage. Still not bad. That brings us to her turn. I need everyone everyone to make a Constitution save throw as she screams, please. God, Loer. Oh my God, all of you. Technician.
Sorry, technician. Technicians know having what is known as a bad time.
Lorisha just screams back.
Crossing grits. Crossing grits.
Crossing grits.
Reroll crossing grits.
Crossing grits. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Ass! Piss and ass.
The worst part is DC 14.
Shit, piss and ass.
Your HP total becomes 0. Everyone else, your current total HP is halved.
If I get a nat 20 against that, do I get like a quarter of the HP total?
You just take half damage.
Do you want an immediate death save, or is that?
It's not a set that your HP is set to 0. You did not take damage.
Wait, so we're taking half of our max health damage?
Half of your current health.
Okay.
Round up or down?
Round down.
And if we pass it, we still take the half?
You take half. Yeah, your HP is not set to 0. This is a variation of the Banshee Scream.
Fascinating.
Also, I need one from Defender as well, please. Actually, no, constructs are immune to that. Never mind.
Next campaign, I'm definitely rolling as just a steel defender, not an artificer. I am the steel defender.
You're just the pet.
Yeah.
You're a character that's a pet.
I'm a construct. I'm just a construct.
That would be really interesting if we could make a construct race, sort of like a centaur, where they're fey instead of being.
I'm just total meta, but I believe the reason that is not in the book already is literally because constructs are kind of broken.
They're immune to like everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That brings us to this volatile creeper. Oh, that one. Okay. And because she screamed, it doubles their movement speed for this turn. Is there anyone right there? Oh, wait. Boop. Hello. There's someone here. And then this guy's going to be right behind it. This one is going to move. This one, there. These two are actually going to dash action. Where are you, Sabas? You're
On the back.
unconscious.
I am still on the back.
Okay, they're both dash actioning, so they're both going to be there. They come freaking sprinting around the corner, all 6 of their beady eye legs, their legs and their eyes and everything. But this one is going to bite Vidar. What's your AC, Vidar?
17.
Damn, you got a high AC, my guy. 22 hits you. For 17 points of damage total.
I'm gonna have that with uncanny dodge.
Okay. Sure. That's sick. So you round it down to 8. Sabas, what's your AC?
18.
Or it's not AC. Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Dexterity or acrobatics?
Dexterity, please. Saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, you don't take any damage because evasion. The one on the right spit at you. They're all going at the same time. I didn't want to do that because they're a group. Lorisha.
When I breathed the fire on the last one next to Technician, it exploded. Could I get an idea of how big the radius was when it exploded?
10 feet. 10 feet from the edge. So,
So 2 squares?
yep. That.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. I am going to... breathe fire on that guy.
On which one?
The one right below the
This
lady.
one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I have to make a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I can share it again.
If you don't mind posting it again, that'd be great.
Oh, no, I just used it.
Oh, give it a charge. Did it delete the item or no?
It did. Yeah, it deleted it.
Oh, I'll give you another one.
We just add it back in later.
I'll add it back in a minute. He failed, so go and roll damage. Okay. Okay. He failed his Constitution saving throw. This one also explodes. Rep. You automatically fail a death saving throw. As it explodes acid on you. The second one. Did you mark that?
I did the thing. Yep, I did the thing. I
Okay.
think.
I then use Thrall's Castigator.
Okay.
And attack her with advantage. Damage.
Oh.
Then I am going to... She's going to get an attack of opportunity, but I'm going to go and move to
Whoa.
here.
All right, cost saving saves use your concentration.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You pass both of them.
Nope. 35 damage. Half of that would be
Oh,
17.
you didn't take any of that damage. You weren't in the AoE for that.
Well, earlier I was for the scream.
Oh, you were. Yes.
I haven't been rolling these. Period. I
yes.
completely forgot about concentration,
The
so
first,
I don't have my.
the first
I don't have
acid
my
damage you
item.
took, you made it because it's only 10 on the first one. Then it's half the damage on the added to 10. So, yeah, you failed the second one. So,
Yeah.
but
Completely forgot it was a concentration spell.
Thanks for keeping yourself accountable. Really appreciate that. So you moved away, Lorisha. How long is she blinded for with the gem?
A minute until she passes the save.
Oh, no. Oh, she could repeat the saving throw at the end of each of her turns. Okay. So she's...
Yep.
That's what she was going to... She's... Let's...
DC...
Did she pass it? Yes, she passed it on the last one. So you are going to walk over to... You're walking over to Rep still?
Yeah, I'm standing right between him and her. And when the thing exploded, it obviously exploded on the other one. That one exploded. Did she get hit by both of those attacks
She's
as well?
immune
Or
to
both
acid
of their
damage.
explosions? Cool.
Basically, you saw the acid spray onto her, but it didn't appear to do anything at all.
Perfect.
She's basically covered in shiny crystals, so...
Yep. Oh, she hit you. You have 19 AC, right?
16.
Oh, you only have 16? I thought, oh, you're not Rep.
I'm a big tank.
Rep has insane HP. That's right. And you should make a Constitution saving throw, please, against poison. Do you have any poison stuff, special poison shit? No, you
I don't.
You did pass it, so you only take 5 points of poison and 8 points of piercing. So you take 13 points total. As she swings at you as you walk away. Anything else? You did your bonus action was breathing fire. Your actions were hitting her once. You only hit her once. You didn't do 2 swings.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I retcon. I go back. I attack her again. With advantage though, because I'm a boob. I'm gonna keep forgetting that I have advantage.
You do because of the
Oh,
dog.
it doesn't matter.
You hit. Ooh!
Cool. And then
she swings at you, baps you as you walk over to Rep.
amazing.
Okay.
Time is funny.
Sabis. You're still on top of her.
Yep.
You take
Bonus action cat.
4 points of acid damage.
Alright. Bonus action cast this shit again.
Yep.
I love that's a bonus action to cast that.
Swing away.
And, yeah. Swing away.
You're on top of her, so yeah, definitely. Oh
Going
my
for the back
gosh,
of-
you guys. You guys
Going
are
for the
all
back of her fucking head.
literally on her, and freaking Vidar is the only one that can crit her. Literally the only option. Okay, go ahead and roll damage, please. You also get sneak attack damage as well.
Yep.
Ooh, +5. Yep.
18. 2 ones.
Of course.
25 damage.
25 total.
Mm-hmm.
I need
And
you to
then-
make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage because you are on top of her. What is your current hit points right now?
I believe it is 31. Let me go open my character sheet again. Yeah, 31.
And what is your max HP?
74.
Okay. So I have to do 107 to kill you instantly.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this in the open so you guys see it. Also, I also need Steel Defender to make a dexterity saving throw as well, please.
I'm scared. I'm really, really scared.
Okay.
I mean, Steel Defender is effectively immortal as long as somebody wakes me the fuck up.
The dog can be rebuilt.
Oh no. Actually, now that I think about it, oh, Loershik, you are so lucky right now.
Better to have taken the opportunity attack than to get exploded on.
Yes. Are you ready?
Why did I choose?
You take 84 points of acid damage.
So I'm not instantly dead.
I think that actually kills Defender, right? No. Wait, he had 30. How many did he have? 39?
34.
He had 34. He was 2 points away from being instantly dead. Because 34 is 86. Yeah, he would have had to take 86 damage to die instantly.
But you mean Steel Defender, the
Yes,
construct?
Steel Defender would have needed to take 86 points of damage to die instantly. Sabis, you're at 0. You are straight up full You are 21 points away from being fully dead. I actually rolled incredibly well on that roll. I rolled 1-1 and 3 2s.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And the second that she blows
So
up,
proud of
these two immediately start digging down and dig away from Vidar. They're disengaging immediately.
How tall is she, by the way?
She's 15 feet tall.
Alright, I'm gonna take a D6 just for
You are
me
taking.
falling down teams.
Oh, okay. Oh no, but you
Actually,
have
it's
to,
a D-
you have to-
D10.
you have to take it all in one. You have to take it all in one hit. So you do fail.
Yeah.
You fail a death saving throw automatically. Make another death saving throw
Honk.
for me, please.
Alright. Where the hell is that saving
So
throw
if
on
you
the
double
sheet?
click
I've
on
never seen
your
them.
double click on your sheet.
Oh, I see.
So click put 1 on the failed, and then click the skull to make another one for this turn. That's 2 failed death saving throws.
Beep, beep, beep.
Technician, will you make a death saving throw for me, please?
She's gone, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
she's dead. She's gone. You're laying right here. Okay, technician is dead.
Up yours, dice.
Why did
Up
he have to
yours.
make a death saving throw?
Because
just
it's
so I
his
know.
turn. He's not stabilized. It came to his turn, and he had to make a death saving throw.
How many ones have you rolled this session?
4. He's rolled 4, nearly in a
That's
row.
5.
Is that 5?
Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah, that's 5 because the dexterity saving on 3 is still defender. I'm just gonna
So-
roll up and count reds. 1, 2, 3.
So, as you run over to him,
5.
Loershik, you get there. Just as his acid-covered body, you can see that his chest has been melted through, and a bunch of the acid drips globs straight onto his power core, and you watch the light burn out as the light under his eye sockets begins to dim, and technician completely fades. Vidar, it's your turn.
Is there any residual, I guess, Sabbath sitting in a pile of acid? Is there danger for me approaching, or
No, there's no danger for you approaching.
okay? How much? Yeah, that was the only thing that I was able to see. So run down and drop a potion of healing on her. And then look over at Loershik and assume I see him not administering a healing potion, and just say,
I
What-
guarantee
what happens?
Lorishik has a healing potion out.
I'm pouring it in his face, as like just trying desperately.
Okay, so Loershik, since we're leaving combat, what do you do as you run over with the healing potion in hand? You're pouring it in his mouth, and you see the light dim in his eyes. What do you do?
I look around for Callum and ask him if he can get inside Technician before he fades entirely.
You want Callum to take over Technician before he dies?
Yeah.
To what end?
I want him to try to take over his body so he can stop the glob of acid from falling on his power cord.
You want Callum to take over RepRap so that RepRap can divine intervention his own death.
I want Callum can see this because he's there. He can see what's happening. I want Callum to do his best to try to take over Technician's body and do everything he can to prevent the acid from spreading.
in worst case, he reanimates him, and we don't have to carry him to the resurrector.
Yeah, there we go.
So as you're literally, Sabas, you awaken, Vidar, you turn as Loershik. I imagine that you're basically yelling, Callum, save him, right?
Yeah.
Callum looks at you, and time slows all around you as you're yelling like this, and time slows for you as Callum walks over to you, and he looks at you. He looks down, and he says, right. And you can see a single tear drop from Callum's eye. He looks down at you. He says, if I do this, I'm gone. Forever. If you want him back, you're trading me for him. Forever. I don't come back after this. If you want this, that's it. I can't help you. I'm gone. The only thing that you have of me is my skull. That's it.
Fuck.
And literally, you could sit there. Time has slowed for you. You can see that you're yelling, but your eyes are definitely looking at him. And he looks at you and he says, if you want this, I'm gone forever.
In slow motion, as he's saying this, I look up to the ceiling and just release my last charge of fire breath at the ceiling, just out of anger.
Okay.
I looked at Callum and just knowingly like start nodding my head and bow my head to him and make it clear what my choice has to be, but I just like I start
That
in slow
doesn't
motion. I
have
start
to be
moving my
your
hand
choice.
I start moving my hand to Callum's skull that's in the pouch on my hip, and just start to say, "You'll always be with me."
And he literally moves over and hugs you like a father, like literally your first father figure ever thing. And he hugs you tight. He says, goodbye, friend. And he walks over and he literally puts his hand on Rep Rap. And you see him sort of lay down in the form of Rep Rap. And a little, just for a split second, you see the teal color that he's always been to you, that you can see like his sort of ethereal form, flashes for a moment, and the acid dissipates on that shield as Rep Rap you sort of breathe up and your volume knob turns to full as you sort of awaken and look around as Lorisha literally has Callum's skull in his hand. I assume that are you crying, Lorisha? Are you just like...
Oh, absolutely. I just bawling.
What happened?
I'm hysterical. I can't reply at the current moment.
Yeah, the two of us see what happened.
No. Lorisha is the only one that actually saw what happened.
I just put my arm around Technician as he comes up.
In the light of
kind of just like
in the light of the
on the
gem of
shoulder.
brightness, you see, you don't know why, Technician, but as you awaken, in your mind you hear, it was a good time. You need to save the world. Get the Soulforged together. Goodbye. And then you feel a sort of presence leave you, and you hear a as Callum is gone forever, and no one has Will of the Old King anymore.
I am missing time.
And that is where we're going to leave this episode of Soulforged. I hope everyone had a good time. I know I did. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. It was great, and we will solve this story arc as soon as we get back next week. Stay safe. Have a good week, everybody. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not crying. You're crying. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.